Biography for Beginners, 40 Diagrams by G.K. Chesterton. A project, Gutenberg Original Reproduction, 1925. Introductory remarks. The art of biography is different from geography. Geography is about maps, but biography is about chaps. Sir Christopher Wren. Sir Christopher Wren said, "I'm going to dine with some men. If anybody calls, say I am designing St. Paul's." Miguel de Cervantes. The people of Spain think Cervantes equal to half a dozen Dante, an opinion resented most bitterly by the people of Italy. George Bernard Shaw. Mr. Bernard Shaw was just setting out for the war when he heard it was a dangerous trade and demonstrably underpaid. Sir Humphrey Davy. Sir Humphrey Davy abominated gravy. He lived in the odium of having discovered sodium. J.S. Mill. John Stuart Mill, by a mighty effort of will, overcame his natural bonhomie and wrote Principles of Political Economy. Francois Liszt. The Abbé Liszt hit the piano with his fist. That was the way he used to play. Lord Clive. What I like about Clive is that he is no longer alive. There is a great deal to be said for being dead. King Edward the Confessor. Edward the Confessor slept under the dresser. When that began to pall, he slept in the hall. The Reverend John Clifford. Dr. Clifford. And I have differed. He disapproves of gin. I disapprove of sin. Misters Chapman and Hall. Chapman and Hall swore not at all. Mr. Chapman's yea was yea, and Mr. Hall's nay was nay. Karl Marx. Karl Marx was completely wrapped up in his sharks. The poor creatures seriously missed him while he was attacking the capitalist system. Otto the great emperor. Otto could not decide upon a motto. His mind wavered between l'état c'est moi and ich dien. Marconi. Guglielmo Marconi was brought up on macaroni, but when he gets it now there's no end of a row. David Hume. That you have all heard of Hume I tacitly assume, but you didn't know, perhaps, that his parents were Lapps. Mr. H. Belloc. Mr. Hilaire Belloc is a case for legislation ad hoc. He seems to think nobody minds his books being all of different kinds. Job. It is understood that Job never read the Globe, but nothing could be higher than his opinion of Leviathan. Pizarro. The views of Pizarro were perhaps a little narrow. He killed the caciques because, he said, they were sneaks. The Duke of Fife. It looked bad when the Duke of Fife left off using a knife, but people began to talk when he left off using a fork. The Duke of Wellington. The great Duke of Wellington reduced himself to a skeleton. He reached 7 stone 2, and then, Waterloo. John Bunyan. I do not extenuate Bunyan's intemperate use of onions, but if I knew a wicked ogress, I would lend her The Pilgrim's Progress. George Hurst. When I faced the bowling of Hurst, I ejaculated, "Do your worst." He said, "Right you are, Sid," and he did. Erasmus and the Humanists. After dinner, Erasmus told Colette not to be blasmus, which Colette, with some heat, requested him to repeat. Besant and Rice. Sir, then Mr. Walter Besant would never touch pheasant, but Mr. James Rice thought it so nice. Tiziano Vicelli. When the great Titian was in a critical condition, he was carefully nursed by Francis I. Professor James Dewar. Professor Doer is a better man than you are. None of you asses can condense gases. Sir Walter Raleigh. Sir Walter Raleigh bickered down the valley, but he could do better than the rill, for he could bicker uphill. Jane Austen. The novels of Jane Austen are the ones to get lost in. I wonder if Labby has read Northanger Abbey. Odo of Bayeux. Archbishop Odo was just in the middle of Dodo when he remembered that it was Sunday. Sic transit gloria mundi. David Ricardo, the intrepid Ricardo, with characteristic bravado, alluded openly to rent wherever he went. Sir Thomas a Mallory. Sir Thomas a Mallory always went to the gallery. He said, not without nous, that it was the best place in the house. Mr. Alfred Bate. Mr. Alfred Bate screamed suddenly in the night when they asked him why he made no reply. Cimabue. When they told Cimabue he didn't know how to cooey, he replied, perhaps I mayn't, but I do know how to paint. President Roosevelt. If only Mr. Roosevelt knew how officers in the blues felt, he wouldn't be so rife with his strenuous life. Robert Harley, Earl of Oxford. People wondered why Harley sang, "Weighs me for Prince Charlie." It is childish, they said, to mourn for a person not yet born. Sir Alexander Fuller, Ackland Hood, MP. Sir Alexander Ackland Hood believed in free food, but he was Eleusinian about this opinion. Muhammad. I am not Muhammad, far from it. That is the mistake all of you seem to make. Edvard Grieg. The musician Grieg joined the Primrose League. It gave him the idea of his chorus, the unburied ichthyosaurus. Jan van Eyck. The younger Van Eyck was christened Jan, and not Mike. The thought of this curious mistake often kept him awake. Mr. T. Werner Lorry. Mr. Werner Lorry is not at all sorry he undertook the publication of this instructive compilation. The end.